So basically, I'll come back to the map, but the idea is that we will have for each language a different button that enable the access to the form, right? So the story is not directly added to the map, it's added to the form. So if I click here, because it's the only active one is the English one, it takes us to the survey. So it's a survey designed with a software named ArcGIS, which is a software designed for mapping purpose, basically. So there's a first intro, very brief intro. Then there is the agreement, the ethical agreement that we worked on for quite a few weeks to get to this stage. So it's pretty detailed, but those were a requirement. So I'm not going to go through it at the moment, but like people are definitely invited to do that, and we'll translate everything in each language as soon as we want. So we can. So we need to agree here. Then you need to define the level of confidentiality, which is something that we didn't really agree with them, because you can put any name you want into this story. You don't need to put your own name. You can put the name you want. But still, you need to decide if you want to be your name be disclosed, if you want the name you provide be confidential, or if you want to use a pseudonym. So I can use disclosed. And then you need to put an email address to start the survey, because we need to make sure that it's a real person who does it, but also we need to send back the agreement to the person, like that the ethical agreement is for everyone. So everyone is on the same page. So this is my email address. Okay, so good to go. Now we go to the survey. So this is the name that we'll see associated to the story. I can say where I am at the moment. I don't need to. There's no requirement here. What kind of story? You need to tell us what kind of a story. Is it a recent circus story? Is it an historical circus story? For me, it's going to be here in this case a COVID-19 circus story. I have a little bit of a text ready here. So the story I want to talk about takes place in Esch. It's in the southwest of France. So I can search for that place, and then it will find it for me. So I'm good for the location. When does your story take place? If it's more for historical story, and then you can tell us the story. So again, if it's a short story, you can type it. In this case, I'm going to copy and paste here. Okay, this is the story I want to share. I can add a link to an image or a video. If I do that, I can add a caption. I'm not going to do that, but that's definitely the way to proceed. You can add a link to a website. I can have a link to a website. This is where I borrow the story I'm using here. What are your role in the circus community? So you can tell us who you are. For me, it's I'm a scholar. And that's it. If you want to add comments, you can add no comments. If you don't want to, or you don't do anything, and then you submit. So what happens at that point? You got a little message here, and then I should get an email. Hopefully it's gonna work. Let's see if I get an email. So the story should appear here. This is the agreement to sign. So you get that, like that you can keep in your email box. And then we have the information here, and this, an email is sent directly to a moderator who's gonna assess if the story is relevant or not.